Assalamu alaikum students. So today I am going to teach you chemistry chapter unit 1, that is the language of chemistry. So language of chemistry, English is also a language, Arabic is also a language, and French is also a language. Similarly, chemistry is also a language. And in every language there is a grammar part. So in chemistry also there is a grammar part, and you will not able to learn that grammar part, just you have to do more practice, then only you will be able to remember the grammar part of this chemistry. So, though it is very easy, this language of the chemistry, and because many scientists came and they give the names of elements, periodic table, so many elements are there. So, how we got these names? This is actually what about the language of chemistry. How we got to know about these names? Why lithium is represented by Li? Why the symbols are there? So, this is all about we will study in this language of chemistry. So first of all, if we are talking about the chemistry, so what names comes in your mind? That is matter. Yes, is it so? Give your response. Yes, 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 yes. In its properties, its chemical properties, physical properties, matter is just what matter is what that it is which occupies space and have mass. This is the actually original definition of matter. Yes, which occupy. It has proven by the many scientists. It has proven we cannot take only one name that who has discovered this definition of the matter. It is proven by many scientists that we have seen all the atoms and all the particles. Then we come to find out that okay, this will be the considered as the definition of the matter. That matter have mass and it occupies space. And matter, it is made up of very small particles, and those small particles are called atom. Yes, those small particles are called atom. So from here, this chemistry starts from atom. Getting my point, students? Fine. So let's move. Okay, okay, Jazakallah, Jazakallah. Now let's move on towards the next topic. After atom, what will come? Element. After atom, what will come? Element. But what is this element? Element, like this is your periodic table. These are all elements. These are all your elements. Okay, they are all elements. What happened, Rukaiya? Yes. Or you can say, if you will go to your book definition is given that an element is a simple and pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into simpler substance. Decompose means what? Like you have a piece of iron and you have break it by any method. Maybe you have done melting and whatever you use any method to break iron. So then also after breaking it will be iron. It's not like that. It will become aluminium. Okay, like if you have a piece of iron and if you will break it, so it's not like that this will piece will be considered as iron and this will be piece will consider as aluminum. So it is not like that. This is actually the definition of element. Then element is a simple and pure form of matter which cannot be decomposed into simpler substance. Actually we are here we are going to deal with the atoms or elements which are given in periodic table. So keep in your mind that what we are going to talk about, because matter is everything is matter. If you means like we are dealing with chemistry, so it will be good if you will go through the means you will keep in your mind that we are going to deal with the atoms of these elements, atom of periodic table elements, because like table is also a matter, chair is also a matter, everything is matter around us. So but here keep in your mind that matter means in chemistry we are going to discuss about the matter in chemistry. So now element means which cannot be, it is a simple pure form of matter. Yes. Compose means made up of. Acha, decomposed. Composed means made up of. Decompose means broken. Break. We cannot break into simpler substance. Break. Yeah. Fine. So now, like elements, we understood. Okay, element is what? It is a pure form of matter, and elements are made up of atoms. Okay, elements are made up of atoms, and a set of atoms of same type. Like for example, hydrogen is there. Hydrogen is atom. Yes, it is atom. If I will take two hydrogen, so it will become like this or it will become like this. Tell me which one is correct, first and second. Unmute yourself and tell me which one is correct, first and second. It is not clearly, it is not clearly visible. Why? I check your internet connection because from here it's all visible. Yes, boys, you also give answers. Muzakkir, Muhammad Zaid. First one, H2 obviously. I'm talking about the two elements, 2H, so obviously it will be H2. So these atoms, set of atoms have same type together form the molecules. And you know that when two atoms, two or more atoms combine, it becomes what? Molecules or compound. When two or more atoms combine together, why not compound? But Rukaiya, you speak. Two atoms combine. Good, very good. Now let me see other participants. Khadija Binte Shahid, you speak. Yeah, why H2 will mean, yeah, molecule? Or you can say combination of atoms. Okay, don't read here the book language. Try to say in your language. And compound will be what? Compound is combination of atoms and molecules. This is the compound, and your molecule is what? When two or more atoms combine, it makes molecules. Yes, I am correct. Only Muhammad Zaid is there here in boys. Muhammad Suhail Ghani. Yeah, I am correct, Muhammad Suhail. Who? Tell me your name. Abdullah Mashood. Okay, Abdullah Mashood. Fine. So this is all about this. You can say this is all about what atoms and molecules. So when we are talking about the molecules and atoms, we have three types: monatomic, diatomic, polyatomic. Monatomic means what? When one mono means one. Here we are using actually the language of mathematics. Mono means one, dia means two, poly means many. So monatomic means in monatomic what will come? Hydrogen H. You can say sodium Na and carbon, nitrogen. These are only one. So monatomic. These are monatomic. Diatomic will be what? Hydrogen H2, O2, and give me any other example of diatomic. Mohammed. So and two nitrogen. Mohammed Suhail, you also give O2 done, H2 done, and two S2. Fine. Now, when we comes to on polyatomic, it means that more than two. More than two. So here you can take S8 example. S8 sulfur. It is a polyatomic. Okay, because 8 is greater than 1 and 2. So these we have a differentiation of atoms according to monatomic, diatomic, polyatomic. So we understood what is atoms, polyatomic. We understood what is atoms. Atoms is the smallest particle of the matter. Molecules, when two or more atoms combine, it may forms the molecules. Compound, when one message is there of Aisha Danis. Yes, what do you want to say? H2 it is a molecule. H2O will be considered as a molecule because it consists two or more atoms. In H2O, you can see here two H are there and one oxygen. So it will be considered as a molecule. And compound will be when a combination of two molecules or one atom. It is your compound. For example, if you want to take a compound, 1 minute, someone raises her hand, their hand. Yes, Aisha Danish, what do you want to say? Noki Ashraf, dear, what you are saying that better you lower the camera, we can't see the writing. Are you not able to see my writing? Should I zoom it? I have done zoom already. It is blur. Totally blurred, sir. Let me open Wi-Fi. Just give me a little line. Now it is fine. What about other students? Are you able to see mine? You are not able to see? Okay, some students are saying it is fine. But some students are not able to see. I don't know why, because I think because of your network connection, because your networks are fine, alhamdulillah. So, what we are so okay, one you can concentrate on my voice. So, diatomic molecules like H2O2 and tetratomic molecules are also there, like phosphorus P4C, SC4. Octatomic molecules are also there, S8. So, these are many molecules. You can say monatomic, diatomic, tetratomic, octatomic on number of the atoms. How many number of atoms are there? Like you can see here in H2, two atoms are there, but in S8, eight atoms are there. So when atoms and molecules of different elements combine, they form a compound of different elements. Okay. For example, NaC, sodium and chloride, they are both different elements and they combine, so they will form a compound. Ammonia, NH3, ammonia, NH3, NH3. N is there has a two different elements, hydrogen and hydrogen. So when they will combine, it will make a compounds. So, how means I'm telling you this NH3, H2O, H2O considered as water, oxygen. So, how we know these names? So, if we're talking about the back years, so many scientists came and they give the symbols. Like earlier, actually, they were not writing like this symbols H. Like we nowadays, Alhamdulillah, it's all simplified this chemistry, and we know that H is represented by capital H, and carbon is represented by capital C, and sodium is represented by, though it is start from S, but it is represented by Na. So we have some definite symbols, but earlier how they were denoting, like means earth is Dalton is there. So if they want to like pictograph was very popular in ancient times, or in, if you are talking about the back years, picturization. Okay, they like picturization. Everything they decided to means that they are able to get the things by their names, by their symbol. Like earth symbol was supposed to be a triangle, and oxygen atom symbol was to be like square bracket and O, and hydrogen atom symbol was square bracket O and dot. But it is very difficult because like oxygen atom is also O and hydrogen atom is also represented by O, so it is very difficult to understand and to remember. So when John Berzelius, he came and he suggested that, okay, why not we write the symbol with the initial letter of the element. For example, hydrogen starts from H, so we will write H. Okay, and hydrogen done, and you can say beryllium, magnesium. Magnesium. Okay, first let me here include all elements which whose letter magnesium. Nitrogen. Nitrogen is denoted by capital N. Okay, nitrogen is denoted by capital N. Yes. Carbon. Carbon is represented by what? First letter is C, so it is represented by C. Boron, sodium, oxygen. Abdullah Mashood, will you please tell me the boron symbol? B. Okay, so it is very easy. John Berzelius has make it easy because we can understand, we can remember. Though now some elements are there, like sodium is there, so it's supposed to be start with S, but it is not started with S. It is represented by Na. Why it is so? So after this, yes, speak. Yes. Then John Berzelius become confused that now how we will make them, and how we will make this very simple. Okay, so again many scientists came and they said that, okay, no, we can consider their Latin names because all elements are derived from Latin names. So the sodium Latin name was natrium. Natrium. You are not supposed to remember the Latin names. Okay, sodium Latin name was natrium, so that's why it is represented by Na. Understood? So many elements are like there. Like gold is also there. Gold is represented by Au because its Latin name is a lead, lead, mercury, copper, tin. Yes. So these are the yes, fine iron Fe. So, these elements, why they are written not written with their first letter? Because they are derived from their Latin words. Because we cannot write, if we write sodium with also S and sulfur is also S. You know what is the symbol of sulfur is capital S. And if sodium also represented by S, then we can get confusion here because OS should represent only one element. So that's why we have gone through their Latin names so that every element symbol will not be same. It will be unique and different. So this is, I think, we should thanks John Berzelius and IUPAC. IUPAC, International Union Purified Applied Chemistry. This committee have a very great role in giving names to the elements. Whole compound, whole chemistry is just because become easy. Their naming is become easy just because of this IUPAC. So it can be asked in entrance also what is the full form of IUPAC. So always remember International Union Purified Applied Chemistry. What is the full form of IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Pure. We forgot pure. Abdullah Naseem, will you please tell me the full form of IUPAC? Abdullah Naseem, unmute yourself. Abdullah Naseem, are you here? No, he has left this meeting. No problem. Okay, so now move on towards the next topic, chemical symbols. So here we are talking about this chemical symbol because IUPAC International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry have decided some certain chemical symbols. So what is symbol? Symbol is actually a short form, you can say, that stand for a atom, like hydrogen. I don't want to write this whole hydrogen HYDROGN. It can write H also. So this is actually your symbol. Symbol is what? It is the short form that stands for the element. So what is the symbol of sulfur? Please one by one. You can see here my notebook. Oh, it's closed. Sorry. Yeah. I asked this here. You can see in my notebook. So can you tell me one by one what is the symbol of sulfur? Carbon, cobalt, C, Cu. C is there. You are correct, but something is also there. Cobalt, CO. Okay? CO. Copper. Okay. Now I want answer from boys. Girls, you mute yourself. Now I want answers from the boys' side. What will be the symbol of calcium? Zakir, are you here? Yes, yes, speak who just now? CA. CA, yes, yes. CA. Muhammad Zaid, you have written direct message. Okay, Muhammad Zaid, you have written correct CA. So calcium is Ca. So I think till 20 element you remember all the symbols because you have learned in previous class. So have you learned till 20? Yes? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus. You have learned like this? Chlorine, argon. How you have learned? It means I want to know how you have learned. Any, you make any pattern? Yes, yes, one boy is speaking. Huh? Huh? Okay, very good. Nice. Any other else? Okay. Okay. Nice. Any other one who know means can tell the any pattern? Okay, fine. I learned like this only hydrogen, helium, lithium on my fingers because at that time, at our time, we don't know about these patterns. So now chemical symbols is what? You can say the symbol, it is a short form that stands for the atom. It's just showing the atom. S means sulfur and carbon means C and CO means cobalt and the Cu means copper and Ca means calcium. Now if you're talking about their significance, why means what is the significance of these chemical symbols? So it is significant, yes. Why? First of all, this S is telling the name of the element. Okay, name of element. This S is telling what? Name of element. This is the name of elements. S means sulfur, C means carbon, CO means cobalt. So it's telling you the name of element. And one more thing also, that is showing the symbol is showing the only one atom. Symbol is showing only one atom. S means only one atom. Disturbance is there. Let me move on. Okay. So yes, I'm telling about the significance of chemical symbols. What is the significance of chemical symbols? Why we represent by this capital letter? Because if written here as, so you will understand. Okay, it means for sulfur, and S is actually indicating only one atom. S is indicating one atom. C is indicating only one carbon atom. If C4 are there, that means four carbon atoms are there. Okay, so this is actually what the significance of the symbols. So like here you can say C4 are there, that means four carbon are there. So this is all about significance of symbol. Now if you are talking about the form, then what is formula? What is formula? This is symbols. What about this H2O? This is also a symbol. Is this is a symbol? Okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me finish my question. 1 minute, let me finish my question, students. I asked that H2O is a symbol. Abu Zaid. Okay. Rukaiya, Aisha, Danish. And speak. Yes, students speak. Yes, it is the formula of the Nasim. Good. Someone has written in chat option also. Okay, fine. Yes, so H2 is not a symbol. Okay, H2 is not a symbol. It is actually a formula. It is formula which is representing a molecule. It is a formula for representing a molecule. So this is the difference between symbol and formula. Formula is actually for molecules and symbol is for only atom. Okay, so always remember the difference between symbol and formula. Formula is for molecule and symbol is for only atom. So the symbolic representation of a molecule is known as formula, or you can say molecular formula, because it is telling you about that there are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen. Okay, one oxygen. There are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen. What about this? What about this? How many? Can anyone tell? Yes, yes. For salt. It is actually not salt. It is incorrect. This is supposed to be this. No one said this. Okay, ma'am, this is not a formula NaCl2. Cl2. NaCl. This is a formula of the salt. In this, it's denoting that one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine. What about this? Abdullah Mashul and Abdullah Naseem and Muhammad Zaid. Sayyid Hamad also present. Okay. Yes, NH4Cl. It is a formula. It indicates what? Tell me in the form of atoms. How many nitrogens are there in this formula? One. Three nitrogens are there. No, I can see only one N. N stands for nitrogen. So one nitrogen is there. Mohammed Zaid. Mohammed Zaid, you speak. Okay, Jazakillah for telling the answer. Mohammed Zaid, you speak. Mohammed Zaid, you can write in chat form also if you are not able to speak. Yes, boys, where you have gone? Yes. Yes, please tell. Hmm. Cl, how many Cl are there? Cl is one. How many nitrogens are there? And how many hydrogens are there? Four. Hamad has written, ma'am, it is represent ammonium chloride. Yes. I'm not asking the name. I asked Hamad the elements, the atoms which are included in this formula. So this is the formula. Okay. And for what is the significance of formula? Let's see what is the significance of formula, because we know the significance of symbols. Symbols is actually telling you the name. This is ammonium chloride. Yes, correct. The name of this compound is ammonium chloride. The name of this compound is sodium chloride. The name of this compound is water. So now moving on towards the next topic, the significance of formula. We know. Yes, please ask. Sorry. Ask again. Please, you can write on chat section. Yeah. You can write in whatever query you have till now. You can. Yes, we have explained the meaning of significance. Significance means what? Importance, Rukaiya. Rukaiya question is that, ma'am, what is the meaning of significance? Significance means importance. What is the importance of symbol? Because if symbol will not be there, then you cannot understand that it stands for what. Otherwise, you have to write whole spelling SULPHUR. Okay, and you will not understand the atom also, like what is one atom. You will every time you will write now if two atoms are there, so you will write two sulfur. No, it takes time. It will be good if you will write S2. Okay, like this. It is two sulfurs. Don't write like this, 2S, two time. It will be two times. Fine. This is the significance of chemical symbols, and the significance of formula is also there. That the significance of formula is, first of all, you can find out the molecules. It is actually telling you about that this is a molecule, a combination of two atoms, and it is giving you the ratio also. Like here you can see one sodium, here in this you can see one sodium is there and one chlorine. So it's just telling you the ratio, 1 is to 1. Okay, sodium and chlorine are in ratio what? 1 is to. Similarly, H2O is also a similar. Yes, H2O will be in the ratio what? 2 is to 1, because here two hydrogen are there and one oxygen are there. So this is actually the significance. We can find out the ratio by looking to the molecular formula. And one more thing also, molecular formula is actually giving you overall mass. Like this is one more significance of symbol is there, that is just telling you the atomic number. Carbon atomic number is 4. So its mass will be 8. Okay. Running out of time. Okay, we are running out of time. So yes, I'm telling you about that H2O. So H2O also a formula will give you molecular mass. Molecular mass means you know that how many hydrogens are there? Two hydrogen and one oxygen.